Just 1 minute, my students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my students. Today, inshallah, we are in 6 also, people and resources. We studied resources last time, and we have two kinds of resources. So, renewable resources and non-renewable resources. I will ask Muad Amris. How are you, Muaz?
Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks, Muaz. You are my friend, thanks. What is natural resource, Muad, please?
Natural resource
Yes.
is something that comes from nature that people can use.
Excellent. Thanks, Muaz. Amr, natural resource also. Amr, what is natural resource, please?
Something that comes from nature that people can use. Can I answer again, mister? Because that's
Yes,
the
renewable resource.
one that
No,
can be
renewable resource.
Non-renewable resource. Non-renewable resource
Yes,
is
renewable resource.
renewable resource. One
Yes.
that can be replaced easily, or they are resources that can be replaced.
Excellent. Amr, your name is Amr Ahmed?
No, Amr Ibrahim.
Amr Ibrahim. Yes, 1 minute. Amr Ibrahim. Thanks, Amr. Thanks a lot. Okay, Abdullah Ammar. What is renewable? Give me example of renewable resource.
We give you examples of renewable resources. Okay, corn like water or wind.
Excellent. Just one. Thanks. Omar Ahmed Al-Jazzar.
Yes, Miss.
Omar Ahmed Al-Jazzar.
Yes,
Give me example.
Mr.
Omar Ahmed, give me.
What, Mister?
Give me example of renewable resource.
Non-renewable.
Renewable.
Renewable.
Yes.
Wind.
Wind. Thanks. Farouk Mahmoud. Give me example. Give me example of non-renewable, Farouk. Non-renewable resource. Non-resource. Yes.
And natural
Just one. Okay, Farouk. Just one. Abdullah Abdul Qadir Asim. Give me another example of non-renewable, Abdul Qadir.
What?
Abdul Qadir Asim, give me example of non-renewable.
Non-renewable is saving resource by use them.
Use up.
Okay, so that from over many years from.
You understand the question, Abdul Qadir? I said example. You said like a coal, like oil. Just example, okay?
Okay.
Coal, oil, okay? Adam Abdul Salam. Okay, Adam. Me, Adam. Adam Abdul Salam.
Yes, Miss.
What is meant by a non-renewable resource? What is non-renewable resource?
Yes.
What? Quickly, please. I don't hear you, Adam. Adam, I don't hear you.
Is resources that can be used up. For example, oil, coal, and natural gas.
Okay, tell me, you have something.
Resource that is a natural resource that can be used up.
Excellent.
For example, oil, coal, and natural gas.
Thanks, Adam. Okay. Thanks, Adam.
Mister,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Yeah. Thanks, Adam. Thanks a lot. Adam Ismail.
Yes, Mister.
What's conservation?
Conservation is saving
Resources. Listen, resources.
resources by using
Them. Using them wisely. Wisely means by mind, not mean that you don't use a lot of water. Okay. You must turn off electricity like that. Okay, Adam. Okay, I want for okay. Asir Muhammad Samir, my friend, how are you, Asir? Oh, it seems
Yes,
that
Mister. Yes, Mister.
okay, Asir, conservation. What's conservation?
Saving resources by using them wisely.
Wisely. Thanks a lot. Thanks. Ahmed Shinawi. Are you Ahmed? Ahmed Shinawi, where are you? Ahmed Fauzi.
Yes, mister.
What is your name? Ahmed Fauzi?
Yes, Ahmed Fawzi Abu Hamid.
Okay, what's fossil fuel? Ahmed Fauzi. What are fossil fuels?
Fossil fuels
They are fuels.
from over many years from the remains of once living organisms.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks, my students. Albra.
Yes,
Albra, give me example of fossil fuel. Example, just one.
And oil.
Thanks, excellent. Oil, thanks, and coal.
And the natural gas.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, Karim Adel. Karim Adel, how are you? Marwan Amr Usama, how are you, Marwan? Marwan Amr,
Fine, thank you.
you are okay, Marwan?
Yes.
Inshallah, Marwan doing the homework continuously and you're excellent. Okay, Marwan, what means? What is the gemstone? Do you see it? Gemstones.
What?
Gemstones is renewable or non-renewable?
No,
Gemstone.
mister.
Gemstone, do you see it in the image? Okay, Marwan. Gemstone is renewable or non-renewable?
Non-renewable.
Thanks. Non-renewable, why? Because it can be used up. Because it can be what? Used up. Thanks a lot. Muhammad Al-Harbi, where are you? Muhammad Al-Harbi. Omar Ahmed. Omar Ahmed and Omar Mahmoud. Huh. You can answer. Okay, Omar Mahmoud, thanks a lot. Omar Mahmoud, what is conservation? Conservation.
Is saving
Yes.
resource by using them wisely.
Wisely, thanks. Wisely. Today, my students, we will study uses of resources. We will study today. You will listen to me. Then I will ask within. I think Tuhami, you don't ask Tuhami, and I think a lot of students, just 3 students or 2 students, don't open their mic. I don't know why. Tuhami, how are you, Tuhami?
Fine, thank you.
Give me example of renewable resource.
Renewable source.
Yes. Renewable resource like what? Give me an example. Like animal, plant, fish. Okay? It's renewable. It will renew, to replace. Good time, no problem. Try to study it, please. How do we use it? Now that is the lesson today. Food, water, electricity, gasoline, everything we use come from nature, you know. So an oil rig pumps oil, a fossil fuel from deep within Earth, and we said that the oil here is not renewable, we said before. But it's very important. How? Raw copper and copper wire, for example. Have you ever wondered what is the inside the computer card? It is copper. Electricity moves very well through thin, non-renewable resource. Why? Because it is conductor. Here is another one, this is the wood. A wood, for hundreds of years, people have used wood to make all sorts of products. Wood is used to make paper, some tools, and furniture. So we use these resources, either renewable or non-renewable, in a lot of things in our life, you know? Also, we have here cotton plants. We use it in clothes, do you see? Okay. Many of the clothes we wear are made from natural materials, such as cotton, such as what else? cotton come from the plant? Exactly. And wood also come from the plant. Look around the room, everything you see come from natural resources, like books, shelves, desks, toys, all of them, they are resources. Even the material that make up a computer come from air. So today, my students, we will study the uses of resources. Today, we will study the uses of resources. Okay, these resources, okay, have a lot of resources which come from nature. These resources very, very important to you and to me. For example, we use cotton for clothes. For example, use this number one. We use cotton, for example, for clothes. We use for making the chair and so on. We have a lot of example, okay, which we use it in our life. We use, for example, okay, oil as a fossil fuel. Okay, oil and the fossil fuel. We use copper wire. Copper wire here is a metal and raw copper. We use it in electricity. Okay, electricity. But copper here is non-renewable, you said. But use it in electricity. Copper, for example. Okay, use to make electric wires. Because it is a good conductors. So we have a lot of things like wood. We use wood. Wood is a resource also. It is a plant also. We use it in what? To make paper. Wood. Okay. To use to make, for example, paper. Make a chair, you know. Use to make paper. You know paper, what you write with it. We use also some tools used for furniture. And furniture, for example, furniture means what? Mean like chairs, like desks, like that. To use. That's another resource. We have a lot of resources also. When you look at the natural resources, all of the book, shelves, everything around you come from natural resources. So, computer, for example, outside you have material make up of computer come from earth. So, outside and inside computer made from natural resources, like what? Glass computer screen made from sand. Glass or sand is used to make glass computer screen from outside. This is sand here. Okay. Also, we have plastic parts can be produced from oil. So oil used to produce plastic parts. To make or to produce plastic in general, plastic and plastic parts exactly. Okay, plastic. Everything that's okay here. And also we have to operate computer. We have electricity from fossil fuels. Okay, we depend on renewable resources. Imagine you don't have these resources. We cannot make anything. The sun and the wind. There's two important renewable sources of energy. Sun and wind. Okay, they are what? They are renewable resources of energy. Sun and wind, they are resources, okay, of energy. Are renewable resources, okay, used for what? Used for getting energy. They are resources of energy. Getting energy. They are resources. So our resources, they are very, very important in our life. Solar cell, okay. Solar cells, they are renewables into the energy from the sun. It's called the solar cell also. Cotton plant is used in clothing. Cotton plant is used in clothing and so on. You know, we have a question on page 255. We must do it in the homework. If there is a pollution here, if there is a pollution in your, okay, this question first in the homework, okay, you will do it in the homework. If there is anything to change this resources called pollution. What is pollution? You say pollution, harmful substance in the environment like smoke in the air, the pollution, chemical in water, it's pollution. Pollution results from people who are using natural but in a bad way, like burning fossil fuel. Burning fossil fuel like burning oil, okay, burning gasoline in cars, coal. All of them cause pollution. But what is pollution you see here in the image? Smoke from this factory mixes with the air, so it makes pollution here to change the properties of the air here. Okay, and we have another example here. So what is pollution? What is pollution right now? Okay. What is pollution? What is pollution? Pollution means change or anything not good, anything bad. Okay, it will change the properties of air, of water according. So the pollution and the bad thing is a good thing. So pollution here, my student, harmful substance in the environment. Harmful substances in the environment. We have a lot of pollution in the air is called air pollution. We have many kinds of pollution. Okay, we have, for example, air pollution. We have also water pollution. When this pollution happens in water, it's called water pollution, and so on. We have sound pollution, and so on. Like burning fossil fuel, the pollution. Burning gasoline is a pollution. Burning coal is a pollution. This is called air pollution. We have also land pollution. Land pollution. It happens in the soil. It's called the land pollution. Land pollution happens when you change the properties of land. It's caused by when people don't put trash when it belongs. Means when chemicals and wastes get into water, that's called water pollution. When it's changed in the air, called air pollution, and so on. We have a question here also in 257. It will be homework. Okay, so that is the pollution. So we studied today uses of resources and we studied pollution. You know. Now we go to the book here. What is the pollution here? What is the effects of pollution you see? It is not a good thing, it's harmful. Harmful means not a good thing, it's a bad thing. It will be harm the air. It will be harm the air called air pollution. Harm the water called water pollution, and so on. You understand? Okay. Now, I will ask my student, but first I want you to write the lesson. Okay, I will give you the time to write the lesson first. Okay, like today, the title uses of natural resources, then we talk pollution here. Write it now. I will give you, okay, 2 minutes to write. Okay, or if you lower your hand, if you have a question, just, or if you lower your hand, if you have a question, just raise your hand. Just if you have a question. Answer, you have any question?
However, Mr. We will finish.
The period will finish in 35, okay?
35?
17, 5:35.
Okay. I have also another question.
You have a question?
Yes.
What's the question?
What, Mr. The natural resource, it's a thing, or I
Something,
don't
yes.
I don't understand the natural resource, but I'm saying the others.
Anything you use, okay, like would like a chair. Do you use a pencil?
Yes.
It will come from natural resources. Do you use the
Yes.
book? It will consist of paper. Paper come from the plant. Plant is a natural resource. Okay,
Yes.
answer?
You mean any
Okay,
living
that's okay.
thing in the world is a natural resource?
Yes, in living thing, plants, animals, natural resource.
Humans.
Okay, like fish. Do you know fish?
Yes.
Is a natural resource, and so on. Okay, Asir. Muaz Amr, what's your question? Thanks, Asir.
Mister, you can
Please,
choose me
write
again.
the lesson. Ask the question, please. My student, because they don't have time. Write the lesson that's in your notebook. Write the date today and write the title and write the lesson now. Okay? During ask some student. Okay, Muaz, what do you want?
Mister, you can choose me again.
Okay, no problem, Muaz. I will choose, but write first, then I will ask you for it. Tuhami, you have any question?
But the homework page what?
The homework will be on page, 1 minute, on page 255 and 257. 255 and 257.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay. Thanks, my students. I will leave you the time to write, then we discuss with each other. Right now, I will 2 minutes to write. I will give you 2 minutes to write. And they will ask you during writing. Okay, write. or no? Adam Ismail. Okay, open the mic, Adam. Are you writing?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, write in your notebook, Adam, okay?
Okay.
Write my student because I want to ask you. Okay, my students, I will ask you now during writing, if you don't find writing, from the beginning, Muaz Amr, how are you, Muaz?
Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm fine, thanks, Muaz. Oil, we use the oil for what, Muaz? We use the oil, you see? We use the oil for
Yes.
Huh?
Oil is used to make plastic parts.
And to make, do you remember gasoline? For burning
Yes.
or for the car? Okay, we have other uses, okay, Muaz? Abdul Qadir Asim. Copper. We use copper for what?
What?
Copper. Used for what?
Used to make e-cart.
Electric.
Electric wires.
Wires. Wires mean the electric mean here in electricity. Okay. We have another use. Amr Ibrahim. Is Amr?
Yes,
Use sand. Do you know sand, Amr? Sand.
Yes,
Do you know sand? Use to make what?
screen.
Thanks. Any glass computer screen use wires inside the computer from other resources. Okay. Thanks, Amr. Farouk Mahmoud. Sun and wind used as what? Sun and wind.
Sand
Ah.
and wind. Sun
Yes.
and wind are renewable resources used for getting energy.
And you see here in nature, you know? Okay, thanks.
Yes.
Abdullah Ammar. We said cotton. Cotton used in what?
What? Cotton plants is used in clothes.
Bravo. Clothing. Do you know clothing? That's a t-shirt, like a t-shirt.
Yeah, clothes. I know.
Yeah, in clothes. So we have a lot of resources, not just in the book. We have a lot of resources in our life, my students. Okay, we have a lot of resources. Okay, like water, used to drink it, and so on. Like water, like everything here.
Like water. The resources like water.
Yes, water is a good resource. Okay.
Yeah, and also sand.
Thanks. And fish. Fish.
Yeah, and fish.
Yeah.
And wood is renewable resources.
Excellent. Wood itself, the plant is renewable, but wood we use in a lot of things. Okay?
I know.
So our lesson today, I think it is easy or it is difficult.
No, it's easy, not difficult at all.
Some of my students also pollution. Pollution must mean the change in the properties of air, or water, or land which you live in it. So I think that's it easy. Adam Abdussalam, how are you, Adam? Where are you? I think Adam Abdussalam, how are you?
Yes, Mister.
Adam, what is pollution? Pollution.
Harmful substances in the environment. Kinds: 1. Air pollution. 2. Water pollution. 3. Land pollution.
Excellent. So, thanks. So my student today we studied, I think, the understood lesson. Thank you for good listening, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.